I think Gaimin are setting the fight. You have Maiden, Brew, and Dragon Knight. These heroes are very good versus Naga in the head-on clash. But as we've seen from OG this tournament, they're using Naga as a map hero more than the head-on team fighter. And so I don't know if they're... Well, that's a nice first split. Honestly, if we're looking across the board, I kind of expect Gaimin to do well in all three lanes. They should have a pretty decent start. And OG just going to try and get into the mid game where the Midas Invoker can start to pick up the pace. The Naga can start to push the lanes.
I will say this is a lot of magic damage against the Terrorblade.
Does a Fairy Fire.
It's going to be okay for now, but the next double edge comes in from Wisper. And look at that. He knows he's dead. He's fine with the reset. He gets as much damage on Seleri as possible. Enough that Ari might even be able to get the kill off of it. Doesn't have any stick charges. He's going to die as well. They're going to miss experience as the creeps die under tower. Yeah, I actually like that idea quite a bit. Get level 3 on Seb and then just go through the gate. Because I don't think he's going to be doing too much here. And Naga Siren is one of the more self-sufficient heroes. Not going to take out.
To salve the tick.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. Kite him out. Meta going to work here. They just have to try and kill the Terrorblade, but he's kited them out perfectly. And should be able to get some kills out of this one. Wisper's going to play the vision game. He'll be able to come out with the stomp. Oh, they got him!
Plays that tree line to perfection.
Damn, and he plays it even more to get a healing salve. That's going to be enough for...
He's got his wand, got his raindrop, and they're looking to create pressure with the DK6. OG will try and respond, but this is a tough hero to go on.
Turn around with the stun strike. Does actually land with the blast off as well. They might just have enough damage. That last bomb, that last blood grenade, that last hit is just enough. Arrow to turn it around. Ari is getting healed. Okay, he finally does die, but it costs the Mirana and maybe Celeri's life too. Okay, no, BCM, he can't keep going for the dive. Bottom lane, Wisper's going for a dive of his own in this one-on-one matchup as he just continues to double edge over and over and over again, and he's got a stomp coming up. That should be more than enough.
Really nice play from OG in this laning phase. They are just straight up winning it now. Does stall out some of the time on this, so you are protecting your tier 1, which is pretty valuable with this kind of lineup. This is a tower you want to fight around and defend when you have Invoker. He has nowhere else to really go. A nice little change.
Trio just sticking around and finding more and more kills. The Brewmaster's going to. Now it's Gaimin Gladiators' turn to get kills on mid and their 1v1 matchup.
That's a nice pickup from Ace. Ace is just smacking people, man. Got this early talisman and he's just invincible or something? Nah.
Taking absolutely no prisoners. Anybody who shows up to lane can catch these hands. Ace, though, gets the turnaround and ends up getting burnt out here by Timado. So Timado gets some revenge. Seb does not die to tOfu, snuck around the back.
Get many evasion procs.
Yeah.
For a win stance plus an early talisman.
Double mine. Triple mine. Third one gets taken out, but that decreased magic resistance cost Quinn his life as BCM the meteor lands and does tons and tons of damage. Which I don't know where exactly you go because they're all the tier 1 tower. Okay, they're going to make a smoke move to it. But they're going to run into tOfu first, which really sucks. Oh, they actually still managed to hit the stomp. The Sunstrike's coming in. They got him. Wow. That was sick.
This build is just amazing. You're going to get so much work done on the map right now. Gaimin have not had an answer for this Invoker.
Okay.
Well, let's see what
Don't
this
think
is
that was the button we wanted to hit there. Oh, panic. Panic. We can kind of see it. Sunstrike goes out. A primal split now being used.
All right, Austin, take us through this fight.
It's okay. I got one on my side screen here. Primal split, so they're chasing underneath the tier 1 tower right now. Seb behind that tower is able to pop his Supernova. Well, the Primal split is trying to disjoint some of these heroes. Supernova is going to successfully explode here, healing up Ari, but it's not quite good enough. But the Primal, the Brewmaster is right in the middle of all of these heroes right now. The Radiance is burning out everybody. It's going to be an OG loss through and through. They lose 3 heroes, and all they got was a Crystal Maiden.
As that fight goes on, it gets extended, and Gaimin get exactly what they want. We get exactly what we want.
Right. An audio-only team fight. Yeah.
Everything in production still works. The testing is completed now.
Yeah, mandatory testing, guys. That's all that was. Stomp. And another Sunstrike. They could just keep doing this all the time. But it did kind of prove what you were talking about there. As Wisper is saved by the Sunray. Ace is actually going to die here. Oh, the mine's too much for him to handle. Ari will die for it, but that's more than worth it for OG. 2 core kills. But they are 100-0ing heroes all the time. It's just that full 5-on-5, that's where they messed up. And that's where Gaimin Gladiators get a lot of ground back in their favor. Actually now up in this game by a K. Dragon Tail into arrows. Centaur Stomp does manage to land. Ace is coming in though. That's the danger point. Supernova on the side, up here on the cliff. They are going to try and target both Quinn and tOfu. They're going to be able to get it just before it explodes, while Ace is still running down heroes. 3 heroes turns to 4.
Damn. Gaimin picking up the pace here. Another team fight victory for them.
Okay.
And yeah, Wind Waker later. Definitely be good this game. Honestly, Yules has just looked strong this tournament.
Yeah, it really has. All the Mars Yules definitely up the pick rate on that. Force staff down. He's going to be okay. Quinn might be the one in trouble here. Ace doesn't have the primal split, so this is not as clear this time around. The blast off doesn't quite work. Ari does manage to get off a mine though, and that'll help bring down the Dragon Knight. Now trying to go for Ace. Wisper stomp and run away. The Radiance burn in the vessel. That'll take him out. Seleri gets the double kill for that. But of course, he can't run. There's no point in trying to run as a Crystal Maiden. You might as well turn and just fight to the death. Both teams smoked up. OG just a little 2-man smoke. An assassination attempt on dyrachyo. Oh, he meant to dodge the blast off. Still gets hit by the hoof stomp. The Sunstrike's coming for the final blow. They get him. Even managing to dodge that blast off is still not good enough. Now, Gaimin Gladiators wants revenge. They want to be able to bring down BZM. Tornado TP away, but they have the Frostbite. He didn't hit the Crystal Maiden, so a stun was there to stop the TP.
Nice force that to try and bail out, and a nice leap attempt from tOfu. I think he was trying to leap in and tank that Sunstrike for him. Gaimin know what's up. Oh, there's that Yule's value.
Yeah, there goes.
Should be a kill. He has no stampede. The OG are TPing in, and the rest of Gaimin kind of bailed on this.
Freezing Field will end up killing him, but is anybody going to get caught here? Timado's chasing after them.
For a hero that was supposed to be shut down, supposed to be the recipient of those ganks in an early tower push. OG stalling that up in the early game has paid off for him.
Yep. Still chasing after him, though, with the Moonlight Shadow.
Oh, they have some ults on cooldown.
Oh, it's a little shallow.
Aggressive force staff, but it's not going to yield anything here. Do OG want to try and turn now? Know that ult's out.
Get up on 2. Tornado afterwards with the Sunray on top of this one. Bloodthorn immediately. Eul's Scepter going off. But he doesn't have Primal Split, so Ace is still going to be in trouble, especially as the Ensnare comes on in. They know this Brewmaster is a threat. They want to deal with him, but they're ignoring the Terrorblade who's hitting in the back. But I guess that's okay for now. He's got to make a break for it with no meta. Wisper being slowed down. Quinn's going to chase after him, the Ogre Seal Totem, and finish him off. A bad chase. Turnaround from OG. They do not get Ace.
Find the Naga.
And Dragon Tail arrow. Naga will die twice in this fight.
Huge jumps from Quinn there. He just demolished their backline. Nobody was focusing this Dragon Knight.
And this is maybe a good place to do it, though. Gaimin Gladiators have kind of a ward here. It's right on the side, so when the smoke breaks, they're going to potentially see these heroes almost immediately get a high ground ward out, see some of them jump forward. 3-man goal from Wisper. Blast off right on top of it. A beautiful chain combo. Wombo OG take that one easily.
Wisper, God.
Whew. Great reaction. Great ward from Ari. Is it going to be enough? A smoke push down the river from OG. All 5 looking to meet all 5 of Gaimin Gladiators. It's going to break onto tOfu. Force Staff gets him away from the blast off. Scythe immediately goes out onto the Brewmaster, finishing off the Primal Split, and they focus down the Supernova so easily. The song goes out, but it didn't stop because the BKBs were used by Gaimin Gladiators. They have to use the rest of this to try and reset, but the Primal Split is still kind of chasing after the Naga Siren right now. Pops the illusions, but he's done. Can't get away from the Brewmaster. A split focus there from OG and a botched initiation.
You know, you hit everybody with this Shiva's egg in the middle of the entire squad, and then, oh yeah, they can just BKB and kill me in like a second and a half.
Yeah.
And it just backfires. And you try and song to protect them, but again, there's no BKB interaction here.
Second Roshan of the game goes to Gaimin Gladiators. So a cheese for Ace.
A cheese for Seleri here.
Rather.
Dyrachyo forgot he was the carry on this team.
He was on the purple panda, and the purple panda paid off. It's not really a tongue twister. So he gets 20% bonus status resistance. He has no other items. So it was just that. It was literally just that.
Well, he hazed the wave, right?
Oh, right. So he had 80% or whatever.
I saw him clap it. I assume he got the haze off. Another big pick, though. A bigger one, perhaps.
A second time that OG throw a whole bunch of spells at a single target. This time it works.
They're gonna look for more.
Got the tornado. Dyrachyo's fighting this one out. Seb, he's gonna pop the supernova. I think this is okay. Even if he kills the egg, he's focused so much attention. Just managed to get the Sunder onto Ahri here. But Timado with the meteors coming in, they're gonna blow up this Dyrachyo terror play.
From the DK here.
He's gonna come back. Melee form and inside an ice wall. He's not moving anywhere, but neither is Wisper. Quinn Black Dragon.
OG happy with that, though. Damn, is it hard to go into this OG lineup? They are almost daring you to. That's one of the ways this egg can do some serious damage, is if you blink into them. Seb can egg in the back and Sunray and you can't get out.
PCM runs straight into Gaimin Gladiators. He did not expect them to loop around to the side. As soon as they got that initiation, they popped their BKBs. They said, we got PCM. Let's not risk the Song of Sirens screwing this one up.
So that's going to be an Ags, a Cheese, and an Aegis. Ags to Dyrachyo. Not a bad one to have here. Big question now, though, is can Gaimin use this advantage to get anything on the map? Can you push these lanes in enough that you can go high ground versus OG? What does that fight look like for you? Not the easiest one. Pickoffs will definitely help here, though.
Yeah, certainly. You need to protect this wave. Don't let Seb just kill it.
One buyback.
Radiant's middle tower is
Those range creeps are valuable.
Okay, Quinn's going to be the one to go back. The tier 3 is already dead. Backdoor protection is actually up, so the Naga Siren couldn't do anything extra. Stampede's going to be used. They're going to chase after Timado. Timado goes for a TP out. Okay,
BKB.
He realizes his error, pops BKB. He still has Song. He can pop it here. BKB goes out from Quinn. He's going to try and chase down the Naga Siren, keep him here, but he is long since connected with this team. They're going to turn around. They're going to drop the hammer on these guys under the Song. Sleep on through. Nice tearaway. Push it back. All these heroes. I don't think they expected that one. They're going to jump in. Timado trying to get off a second Song, but it won't matter. The BKBs are already out. Here comes the hammers, though. Meatball after meatball laying down on top of these heroes. It's not enough to finish them, any of them up. An arrow goes out. BCM making a break for it here, while Ahri tries with the second Song to get killed, I guess.
The regen, the sustain, there's too many lives on this Gaimin lineup. BZM drops everything, but it was awkward because he was the one getting jumped.
Good attempt, Seb, but will bite the dust as well.
You have to cut the waves. You have to cut the waves right now. I don't think it's out of the question when you're in this type of game versus the Naga.
Yeah, you have tier 2 up in the bottom lane, so you can't get megas.
Yeah, this is the right call, I think. You have the siege wagons, you have the lives. You're going to get another glyph here that's valuable in itself, but
the bottom lane is being taken right now by Timado, but he has to come back to defend this.
Force it.
Tier 4s are dying fast. Is the backdoor protection ever going to come up? The top lane is pushed in, so it's not going to come up in time here. They got to do something. They got to be able to fight this one out. And Meteor's coming in. Ace already down to half HP, but it's whatever. Dyrachyo is going to go for it. Song goes out, but the BKBs are still going, and they can hit Timado. Refresh up. Timado, you can't just go back to your fountain. You have to fight this one through. But Gaimin Gladiators can just focus on the objective if they want. They can kill the heroes if they want. Both are an option for Gaimin Gladiators because they have this game in the bag.
Really nice objective call there. I think that's exactly what you want to do in that situation. Ignore the Naga split push. Who gives a damn? You have your timings. You have the 6 slots on the Terrorblade with Aegis.
Crystal Maiden Alchemist lane. That one can do some work.
I mean, it's a Gaimin classic, right? How many times have we seen them play this lane? And they usually win it. aggression onto Seb. Time dilation, try and force him back.
Get some good damage on tOfu on the way out. Is he time walk for it? Does he believe in his bashes? He does not. The first blood is going to be top instead. It's Ari who dies. Alchemist Crystal Maiden is a lane to be feared.
That is a rough first blood to give up. I think some of those older metas were like, you needed the stacks for this hero.
Yeah.
But I think since the Grievel's Greed doesn't scale as hard and
it's also just more camps, right?
Yeah. It doesn't seem like he's suffering. Oh,
good kill. tOfu's going to cut behind them and get the counter on BZM or not. So really, really big play for OG.
Yeah, especially if they can get this power rune.
Yeah, if they get it for BZM, hell, they're going to get another kill off of this one and the power rune.
He didn't get it.
Okay, tOfu grabs it away from him, but they get everything else.
So the faster all that comes online, the better for OG as well, and they're looking to get BZM involved. Quick little rotation.
Disruption, split earth. They do enough damage. Okay, they have to use the Chronosphere to ensure it, otherwise he would have onslaughted away.
But you can't feel too bad about getting 2 out of your 3 early objectives done. We'll see how much damage dyrachyo can do with the start he's had here.
Oh, thought you were invincible with a haste rune until you run into Shadow Demon. Just purges it right off you. Splitter does land, so they get the kill.
That's a solid level 6 timing for these supports. Looking to use them.
Quinn coming out of the jungle here with Ace rotating in. Easily kill the last track, though. They have to retreat now. The Fusel Blade's up on Wisper. He's burned all the mana out of Ace. They don't quite have the damage to back this up, though. Throw it! Stun himself on the Pango, which Quinn will try and take advantage of. Disruption, but the Onslaught's going to hit him right as he comes out, and that'll burn him through, and he goes through to hit the back line. Seb is going to die as well.
And Timado doesn't have Chrono, does not want to counterplay this fight. dyrachyo makes a daring move very close to Radiance. That's not out of the question. This team has been very good at fighting around that pit, even from a behind position. And this is game 2 for OG.
That's true.
So they are post-Seb speech. Another pick off on the bat. tOfu has just been running into trouble this game.
Yeah. I mean, he is playing in a game where he doesn't really have cores that are going to back him up on his moves, so he's just kind of doing a lot of this solo. Freezing Fields chains the Frostbite into Unstable Concoction very nicely.
What you want to be doing right now.
Also kicks the Pango down the network chart once again, where he has been living as the poorest core in the game. They're going to try and go for this kill on the Primal Beast with Chronosphere and some spells from supports. Those spells are good enough, though. Stops the onslaught.
They got
but BZM dies.
Under attack.
Now the blink from dyrachyo happens to the best of us.
Watch out for that Rubik trample.
Yeah, that's a good one right there.
Pango dead again. He can swashbuckle. No, flame break.
And dyrachyo is having a very, very clean game here. Oh, little bash.
For good reason.
All right, this is pretty fast, and the pressure's ramping here. And now this is Gaimin's time to try and take this game over. You want to get these lanes out as deep and as fast as possible wherever you can. And you got to make those chronos count.
Yeah, you throw one bad chrono, I think the game implodes. Wisper, man. Oh my god, this guy just cannot catch a break here. Gaimin Gladiators are relentless on him. Okay, Timado. He comes to the fight. He's got a Mjolnir. BKB is out on the Primal Beast.
Disarmed.
3 heroes inside of the Chronosphere, but couldn't hit a single one of them. They are going to be able to bring down the Aegis, though. Oh, what a hit from dyrachyo. 2-man stun, but the Ice Strike is doing way too much. Ace brings through with the onslaught. All of those heroes, a complete miscue there from Quinn, but they get the lasso onto BZM. They need to take out this Leshrac. He's doing far too much in this team fight. And Quinn, well, BZM has just run out of mana, so Quinn is now too strong for OG to handle. He gets the burnout barely on this Leshrac. And for fear of the Shadow Demon, got a lot of poison stacks, got a disruption out. Another disarm, another Heaven's Halberd. Oh, they got a disarm back onto him. Wisper comes through. Down the bridge he goes. Perfect driving from Wisper. They get a team wipe. 18,000 net worth compared to the 12 of Faceless Void and Leshrac.
That's where you want to be. But that is an Ags for the Shadow Demon. So double purge up for Seth.
How did he get so farmed, by the way? Grab lasso. Wisper tries to go for a pickoff here, and it turns into his own death as the Rainbow TPs come out from Gaimin Gladiators. How did Zip get so much farm?
If you're Gaimin, you want this next Roche. You do not want to present a teamfight scenario where you don't have ults or BKBs and OG can contest you, but that is what we have right now for the next minute. OG might try and force this, knowing there's no out BKB.
Bloodstone's back up. BZM. Quinn's going to try and target him. Immediate grab onto the Pango, but the Chronosphere catches the two of them. The Unstable Concoction hit the back line. They win for Seth, but Disruption on himself. The Huskar dies. dyrachyo couldn't get enough done during that Chronosphere, and the other two cores were locked down, so this fight is cleanly won by OG.
And stolen, pulverized to lock him in the dirt. That is a bad team fight to lose with an Aegis.
Yeah, now that means that Timado can have the Aegis, and he won't have to worry about Quinn's Aghanim timing.
Now, there is no Chrono here, so you got to get out for everybody. But that's just a massive conceptual win for OG.
But he will get some more farm. Nice idea going back for SNY. Feels like as long as you don't get jumped and 100-0'd on Faceless Void, the team fight is nigh impossible for Gaimin Gladiators, as Ari Yules to dodge the life break. And was it just me, or did he drop an item somewhere in there?
That was just you.
Okay.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh, that's a nice disruption. He cannot TP here.
He's going to purge him. And he will get Chronosphered. So, a pick off on Huskar, a pick off on the Alchemist. OG are cruising, man. You're just... I guess that one was for the Chronosphere earlier.
Little tip payback.
Yeah, they have been. All that confidence to like sit back and hit their timing, and when they did, they missed twice in a row, and that's the end of the game.
Okay, there.
Nice little pullback. Nice pick off on Wisper. That's pretty much the one hero that they have been bullying the entire game.
They're gonna try and force the fight. Alex still dead for 5 seconds here.
Doesn't matter to Quinn. Apparently, he's going to charge after the Leshrac, the Bloodstone. Now the Yules trying to deal with some of those burning spears. Chasing after Ari here. He gets away. Glimmer Cape blink out.
All right, Alk is back.
Another light break on PCM. Eats the cheese. The Alchemist is going to come through and clean up this Leshrac. Disruption goes off. He also got off the BKB, but he's going to come back into just physical damage from Quinn and dyrachyo.
How much more can they get? They want every little bit they can get here.
I mean, Timado, public enemy #1, but dyrachyo can't get the unstable concoction on him.
So close. That was all predicated on the Chrono not being up for OG. That team fight is a lot weaker when that threat doesn't exist, because then you can run through these saves and just stay in the fight. You're not worried about dying.
Roll in, roll. Oh, Ogre Seal Totem, but he's too far away from the cliff. He wanted to get the bounce back up, but Evan's Halberd not going to stop this constant onslaught. OG hero after hero.
He's going in.
Timado, he's going to jump in after this. Can dyrachyo surprise him? No, he's going to go cut the waves.
He was looking for Seb, and Seb just outblinked him.
Yeah.
So nothing on the backside of that fight for the Alchemist, as Gaimin get caught on the map and run down, and that Chronosphere is back up. Still have a glyph. So they're going to save all the buybacks here. That's something. But can you fight this Chronosphere? The big question.
I don't think so. Wait, maybe they can fight it with the buyback lives? That's the one thing that I think you could do. Timado with his BKB. A little bit of premature there. Quinn tries to get out there with a light break. Does manage to grab Wisper. He rolls away some decent distance away. Quinn now gets the light break onto the Leshrac, trying to push him back. BKB, Ogre Seal, Totem away. Well, dyrachyo goes for the jump in. He got pulverized. Ari counters them, as does Seb with the disruption, and Timado will clean it up now.
That's just it, right? That was your Hail Mary. Try and burst the Faceless Void, but again, the saves. Both these supports can interrupt those plays. It just makes them impossible. The second that Roshan got taken away. Voice lines for Seb.
And Ari has gotten really good use. He has been a much better primal beast than Ace has managed to.
There's nothing that threatens him in these fights. He's just waiting. dyrachyo, one more fight, and he stuns himself.
One more attempt to go for the supports, and the supports will counter him.
That's it. I mean, that's a rough game for Gaimin because I think they understand their time in this game. I think they understand what OG presented them with, which was better scaling, a better late game window, you know, better Roche contest once they have the Faceless Void and Leshrac items. But they were ahead.
I mean, if any hero is going to be doing lane pulling shenanigans like this, I suppose Primal Beast is probably the best candidate.
Yeah, this is the one part of the OG draft that I have no faith in, I'll be honest. I don't think support Primal is a thing. I've tried it. I've seen other people try it.
Apparently, Ari has tried it quite a bit. He is gold tier, Primal Beast. He's going to go for a kill on Quinn, and he does enough damage.
I mean, support Primal is one of those heroes that can really just accelerate that mid lane, get a lot done. Oh. It's just wacky because this hero wants levels more than anything, and that's the one thing you don't get on support Primal. Oh, he does not have Sakuchi.
Caught out dyrachyo, and he's dead.
How's he dead?
Keep talking that talk, Avery. Keep talking trash about support Primal.
That is a ridiculous kill, honestly. But they got him. Already got the boots off that kill mid. Amps up the damage here a bit more, and
not letting him farm, giving him no peace whatsoever. Disruption, can he get the angle to get the arrow? No, the creeps block it out. tOfu is going to get the lasso as a result. They're going to go for with Ace on the other side. The arena goes out. BCM making a break for it, but will get killed.
What was that?
By the level 1 heal from Undying.
That Murano is getting out of control. That is a big kill to find momentum-wise. We'll free up some space for Timado. He'll take advantage and he'll take a tower. That is what the Morphling does when you leave him alone. He's just man-fighting here. Does not know about the Invis hero, though. Oh, this might get him.
What would help him right now is if he had his ultimate. He could turn into the Weaver and Sakuchi away, but he does not have it leveled.
Radiant's middle tower.
All you need is that first pop. Keep into the fight.
The arena has caught the Marana. Said that's the big counter that Gaimin Gladiators have to this mid hero. So back to the top lane. Okay, if the Leshrac is mid, maybe we can just run over any heroes up here. They'll run into the Undying. Telekinesis into Pulverize. Spear gives Seleri a chance to cast some spells, but
Zap. Number 1. He's on the board.
I think Dagon should have a some sort of stacking mechanism like Deso.
Yes.
5 damage every kill. Lasso, there goes the disruption to counter, but Quinn, actually missed the split earth, but he's out of leap charges.
Aggressive move that was just not close. Wisper here.
Ooh, nice dodge by tOfu, and he blinks away.
Seems like a good idea this game. Very good Lincoln's game. A lot to block. Move to try and reclaim the jungle here off the blink.
Pulling back into the split earth. The burst damage isn't enough. The onslaught's coming up. Can get away. Even though the arrow lands on Quinn, the damage was already sent out.
It's in for 400 right now. Bounced.
They'll use all that damage to farm neutral creeps.
Gaimin want to push forward.
Yeah, they just keep it going. Now, Sakuchi is only going to last so long. They have the dust out there as well. Another Sakuchi's coming up, but he is chain stun. Nice spear. Timado's going to work, though, with that amp damage.
That's a stolen arena planted.
They got to finish somebody here. All of these heroes. Timado just could not fixate on a single one of them. Finally, they get one of them. It's going to be dyrachyo, the best hero, perhaps, to get. Deal with the tombstone now before he waveform forward. Chasing after Seleri. BZM's going to join him. Trying to burst down this support. They get him, and now they try and get out. But BZM, once again, used all his leap charges. He got in, but had no escape plan.
You just can't get them all back up, man. Too much fighting for him. Between the Morphling and the Rubik.
Yeah.
If that ever happens, I mean, you're not clearing these out on the side of gaming. Maybe one like that here and all 5 heroes hitting it with nothing happening to you, but you really have to think about these fights with the tombstones going OG's way. Look at another step pickoff, but Ace might pay for it. They would like to collect his bounty, and they will. Burst.
Too much magic damage between that duo right there. 788 gold for that kill too. Ari gonna go for another one, grabs tOfu and helps Timado secure a double kill.
This Morphling's cooking.
And also great hero to hold the Aegis because he could just stay on full agi when he goes in if he wants.
This is a really strong timing for OG. Still when that spell is strongest.
I do like that Blink Dagger though. When you said I was thinking about the Shadow Demon Purge and the Morphling right clicks, like both of those things, Blink Dagger combats quite a bit, right? And you're gonna get kited around by this Purge, so why not just put yourself in the middle of the enemy right away?
It's a good idea this game. Especially since there are no BKBs.
Yeah, Quinn. He's like, whatever, the kill is secondary to the arcane rune that I can bottle.
That burst. You didn't even use the Dagon. Didn't get the charge.
Use the Conda though. Oh, got him on the glide near. Time lapse goes off. Disruption. Holds him in place. Shikuchi's coming up in a second, but I think they got him. Yeah.
Too many stuns.
Big plays from OG.
His stolen time lapse.
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
Yeah. I mean, he's also the lowest net worth core, so like.
Yeah, but he's a Rubik.
I agree with you.
And he hasn't been pushing waves that much.
Okay, that was not the right spear, Ace. That's okay, though. You'll get the kill eventually.
Yeah, he'll take it.
Legitimately, probably better for support. Primal Beast. Maybe a little bit more useful. So that's cool.
It's an extra little stun.
Lightning stuns for the Weaver. Fast jump on the Morphling. They got him.
Damn.
That's what that Blink Dagger does for you. Fast damage. If you get the catch on the Morphling, blow him up right away. Godlike spree for Quinn and just collected on big spree the Morphling had.
Benefit of that obs on that triangle. Pays off big time. I'm going to try and collect Ari up here again, just trying to get the lanes out. And he's gone. Gaimin collapsing the map a little bit.
And right back to mid. Seleri setting it up for Quinn. Though maybe it's Seleri. Oh god, that was a lot of damage very quickly. Arrow's gonna land. He got up the Bloodstone though. And BZM went into him, so he even got a little heal off of that Bloodstone. BZM turns around with his BKB to fight this Bat Rider, but he's having a hard time putting damage in, and now he's pinned.
Wisper gets caught too, and the Morphling was dead that entire time. Looking for the power rune. They get a good one.
Your power rune first, and damage for Quinn.
He is so strong. He just finished Shiva's. Yeah, Shiva's amp. Cloak of Flames for some survivability. Kaya built in with that.
Ari running in with his BKB. He's going to grab the Undying. See if they can burst him real quickly. And the Conda is not quite enough damage. Timado waveforms through the walls, but he's surrounded by so many heroes right now. Now he's going to be lassoed. They're all laying into this Morphling, and there is not enough Morph strength in the world to be able to deal with that kind of damage.
All this spell power on OG's side, but they can't throw it into anything.
Wisper,
Dagon
couldn't get his hands on the Shikuchi. Hasn't been able to in quite some time. BZM gets a kill out of it, but he can really only kill supports, it seems like.
And he'll save his leap. That arena hurt OG a lot in that fight. Negated so much of the right-click firepower on Quinn. He deserves it here.
Night Shadow OG kind of feeling like they are desperate for a good pickoff right now.
Sounds like
all this single target
dyrachyo.
damage. Dyrachyo, it would be the perfect time to find him, and he time lapse backwards into the rest of the team. Okay. Pickoffs like that give OG a breath of life. Man, if he gets full-out Wind Waker, Quinn is looking pretty untouchable. Trying to get MKB on BZM, his damage has looked pretty lackluster. Pull back on Ahri. Moonlight Shadow, they have the dust to reveal. He has BKB, but they already did enough damage that dyrachyo might be able to finish him off. That final couple of hits, and the Gleipnir comes through. That's enough. And that Dagon 5, not very impressive anymore.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This mid Mirana isn't working out. The Dagon 5 Rubik's looking pretty lackluster.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Is there a later game timing for him?
We'll see what happens.
Disruption to buy him a little bit of time. He's going to come back in. Pinned immediately. Changed. What did he lasso?
I have no idea.
He had to have hit a creep. Well,
it was not the Morphling. We know that for sure.
At least like a tier 3 or something.
We need a slow-mo of that. Either a creep or like he somehow disjointed it with a waveform, which I don't know if that's like frame possible or something. But
well, maybe this is OG. They immediately push out. They're like, okay, they failed an attempt. Maybe we can go back in. It doesn't start very good with BCM already dead.
This fight is over before it began. Timado does not have a chance to do anything here. I mean, you're using disruption to bail out your Rubik. It's just not going to yield anything. Slotting in a full Wind Waker as if this Leshrac was not hard enough to kill. Not Megas, so they got that at least.
Tier 2 still up, and it's a little bit until Roshan as well.
There's a large wave.
They're still sticking around, man.
Yeah, they got a lasso.
You get the jump. Morphling another time. Yeah, I mean, Timado just cannot play this game.
Do you believe, Cap?
No, I never did. I would love to know what the earliest Mega Creep game that ended in a loss still would be. You know what I mean? It's like Mega Creeps at 50 minutes, okay, whatever. Mega Creeps at 38 minutes, that seems impossible to deal with. Arena grabbing bull supports inside of it. They just need to follow up. Dyrachyo's trying to provide that. Quinn marches through with his BKB, Bloodstone, and all his damage. He is just a sparkly, bright light, delivering justice upon OG, bringing down tier 4 towers, bringing down the ancient OG. Apparently going to fight to the bitter end underneath their fountain, but not even the fountain can save them.
But are you starting to believe, Austin? Are you starting to believe in the comeback of us? Okay, the game is over. Gaimin have done it 2-1. They have defeated the offlane Rubik. They have saved themselves from the most embarrassing Twitter shitstorm of all time.
That's true. That's true.